Yeah, so I'll just go through and sort of just like point out the big things I'm noticing,
Sure.
and then we can talk at the end. I'll like try and keep a running list of like things we want to practice in Uncle Punch or whatever. There was already one. Okay. So good job with the lasers starting off.
Thanks.
I think lasering Marth is definitely the easiest way to control him. So we sort of see right here when you stop lasering.
I don't think your stream is up, so I don't.
Oh, I think you have to click on it
Oh, okay.
since,
Sorry.
since it went down. Yeah.
Yeah, it was on a different tab.
I hate that Discord does that.
All right.
Okay. So we see like at the beginning, you're doing these lasers, and you can see Marth is pretty stuck in shield. He's kind of trapped. I think he goes for a fair out of shield. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if you didn't laser there, you actually like have a potential opening.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really common thing you'll see from Marths is fair out of shield, and you can definitely just dash hands right here and punish it. But you can see like right here you whiff an aerial, which was like fine because he jumped really high. But you can see like you have plenty of frames to like start another laser, like reestablish laser control. But you like do an up tilt and then you are wig dashing away, and you can see that gives Marth the freedom to like start running towards you, and it gets you with the down tilt. So that's why like in this matchup, it's really important that you're either lasering him to keep him locked down, or you're within your immediate threat range. Like you almost always want to be doing one of those two. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
Okay. Let's see what happens once he gets in. Yeah, and versus the running down tilt specifically, like you can stuff this pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Same with dash attack. Like since you're already doing the shuffle, if you're like expecting him to come in, just shuffling a dare in place can be pretty powerful.
All right.
Yeah, and another thing is at low percents, you're not going to really get a good pillar combo on Marth, so you're kind of just looking to build him up to like 20, maybe 30%, so you can actually start pillar comboing.
Okay.
So after a shine like this, your focus is solely damage, and I think the best way to do it for this one, it might have been to like actually short hop up air. Maybe you could shine bear.
Yeah, I like the up air, dude, because it keeps him up.
Yeah, I like doing short hop up air here, because especially if he does a double jump, it's usually not too bad. Like you can either shark him again and now he doesn't have a jump, or let's say he double jumps towards center and he gets over your head, but you can like dash dance, and then if he tries to like protect himself with the falling back air, then it's like that's something you could actually whiff punish and get a hard combo from there. So right out the gate, you could be getting a hard combo. If you are going to go for the rising flop aerial, you want to do something that will let you land safely. So you can see like you do the rising dare, but he's actually actionable.
He's actionable first.
I think he's actionable already. It's hard to tell because the stun animation doesn't change. He's definitely actionable here because he started the up air. So you can see he was like one frame away from hitting you with that up air, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be really careful about putting yourself above Marth during combos. It's a really common thing I see from Falcos. They overextend, especially during platform combos. So like go for the full hop aerial, and they'll either hit it but Marth is too low percent, or they'll whiff entirely and then Marth is underneath them with an up air.
Yeah.
Okay. That was pretty good. Oh. Do you know what you were trying to do there? So after this back air, you're landing.
I think I was trying to see. Let me see again. I think I was trying to probably short hop laser. Yeah.
Okay. And so were you like expecting something in particular that you were gonna laser?
I like the falling aerial, but I think my positioning was just bad.
Okay. So maybe it was just like the fact that you couldn't see very well.
Yeah, see, my gun is out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I knew that you lasered. I was just more so wondering what you were anticipating from the Marth player.
Oh yeah, like a falling fair or something.
Yeah. So if you just miss space, then that's understandable. I think generally though, you do want to be looking, especially when Marth is cornered like this. If you're going to whiff punish, you're gonna want to get a good punish off of it, right?
Like an aerial. Not
Yeah, an aerial, or like even if he ends up shielding the aerial, like you have corner pressure on him. Whereas if you try to laser, like he either like takes the laser and can up tilt, and you're kind of just still respecting him, or he power shields the laser. And that's not to say the laser is bad. I think the laser still would have been pretty good. But you definitely have to be, as soon as you hit this back air, that's what you need to be focusing on, is like, where is his fair range? And I guess that's another reason the aerial is something I would prefer, is you can do like the dash dance.
Yeah.
And
like
then still do an aerial.
Platform.
Whereas like if you're trying to set up a laser, you have to commit really early for the laser, right? Like see how early you started your laser.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you just position like under the side plat and try to like back air, space the back air, or if you want to approach with an aerial, you can do those much later.
Okay. Yeah, that's the second one.
Swag ledge cancel. Dude, I hate when Marths get away with this shield grab.
Yeah. It's
Did
definitely
you dash back
bad.
towards him? No, Marth is just busted. So one thing you can do as an alternative is once you're this close, I mean it was tricky because he dashed forward, but if you can recognize that, that can sort of just be like a cue that you have to commit at this point. So either going for the grab or a dash jump shine. So you can like dash jump and then shine him right here, and then waveland like away, just to stay safe. So those kinds of pressure options can be a little better than dash back. But I mean, the real problem was just the spacing of the laser. So this is the second time we've seen you do a laser that's a little too close. And it's like, maybe just shoot the laser here, and like not try and try not to land right next to him with the laser every time.
Yeah.
Because like the thing with Marth is like if you can get a laser on top of him, it's definitely really powerful. But I think the issue is a lot of Marths will just hit the power shield and then grab you, right? So like it's sort of risky to do that unless they're already shielding. So maybe if they're like already in a shield pressure sequence, then I think it's much better to go for a laser. But because he's in neutral here and he's like just moving around, like even this one, if he probably even tried to power shield looking at it again, right? So like if he just power shield grabs this laser, then you're just getting punished super hard.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're already seeing like a trend of you getting punished out of shield. Because here's a down tilt. I'm not sure if you meant to do something else, but it looked like you were just sort of like trying to hold down and down tilt.
Yeah, I think there I wanted some sort of like DI mix up to like have him pop him up in a way to start like a edge guarding situation, but on shield it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's just trying to like crouch cancel versus Marth is tough just because of his range. So and especially at 129, it's going to be really hard to stay close enough to get to him. So like maybe at low percents, if he does like an approaching aerial, like an approaching fair or nair into you, then you can like hold down and in and go for a CT shine. Or maybe a down tilt, depending, like if you see that his aerial was a little high and it'll kill, then it could be worth it. But I generally wouldn't recommend trying to play that crouch cancel game versus Marth.
Yeah.
So like the alternative, so the issue is like when you did this run up shield. That's where it looks like the problem started happening. So like you get down, you see that he missed his roll, so you have frame advantage after you land. right here I'm thinking, okay, Marth is stuck on the platform. This isn't really a good position for him. I think he might like drop down, either forward and like go for a fair just to protect himself, or he might just run off the edge, expecting an approach. So I'm just gonna, I would be thinking like I'd rather just laser here and just keep him trapped in the corner because that's where Marth is his weakest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can see like, let me see, how does he drop? Yeah, so he drops down towards you with the fair, and you can imagine if you were just here like lasering right outside of that range, that's setting up a nice laser mix-up. And if you could even go a step further and just like if you wanted to do a little more of an aggressive option, you could dash chance outside of the range and go for like an actual tackle on this, or even just threaten it. So like dash chance here, let him whiff the fair, maybe he dashes back, and then you can move forward and take more stage. So a big part of this matchup is letting Marth whiff his stuff, not running into it, and then letting him give up stage on his own. So you can see, like, even though he does the aerial on your shield, he's still thinking, like, okay, I need to get out of the way of Falco's attack. Like, every Marth here is either going to dash back, or maybe occasionally they jump forward, or dash forward. And then the only other option besides that is, like, immediate up tilt to protect himself. So you can see, like, the downer will, like, never hit in this situation, right? And unless they're just asleep at the wheel. So you kind of want to be anticipating what option they're going to do during their shield pressure, and then make an informed decision from there. So, like, you could even do something like laser out of shield, which is risky because, like, if he does the up tilt, you're just getting hit and going to get comboed really hard. So I wouldn't recommend the laser out of shield, but at least that's covering something, if that makes sense. Like, you at least want to do something that's likely to beat the go-to options for Marth when he does the late fair on your shield.
Yeah, I found in my games with this person in particular, and I guess with Marth in general, it's like you kind of have to like almost when you're comboing him, it's like you have to like skip a beat so that he can do an option out of his stun or whatever.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of points where you're like you can't true combo, so you like do a quick dash chance stutter step or whatever as like a timing mix-up, and then you re-engage.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing you're describing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then that's what I do like later in the games.
Okay.
To get like to extend the combos from 40 to 50% to like more like 70, 80.
Yeah, so I think you can actually expand that concept to kind of help you in these types of scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
So like where you're on the defense, you can see like the dare out of shield is like the beat one option, right? Like the first beat, like this is the quickest thing you could do. So it's kind of the most obvious.
Yeah.
Especially versus a character like Marth, who most Marths are exclusively looking for like the quickest option Falco can do, and then they're dashing back to avoid it. And dash chance grabbing. So like he could have grabbed you here, which is what most Marths would have done. So the fact that you even had the chance to go for a crouch cancel was kind of just lucky to begin with. And then even there, like, after you do the crouch cancel, your first instinct is to attack, right? Like you do the first,
and that's exactly what they're
first thing possible, yeah. So, like, the big brain thing there would have been to, like, grab, knowing that he's expecting the quick option from you. So there's an element of wanting to be a mix-up level above him, like a Yomi level, if you're familiar with that. Like rock, paper, scissors, where you're thinking a step ahead, but you also don't want to rely on thinking a step ahead, because that's kind of, to some extent, it's RNG, where you're just like, well, I'm just going to rely on my interpretation of this guy's brain, right? Like, that's the problem, because he might not be thinking the same thing as you are. So maybe, like, you dash back there instead. Okay. Did you mean to do this full hop back air?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I think it was supposed to be like what I usually do with like shine bears like on shields. I try to fade away, but I don't know. I missed the timing and I didn't even fade back. So
yeah, so
it was just a happy accident.
The two go-to options I recommend for shield pressure, I don't like doing shine into aerial because in the current meta and just like in general, people will just shield the second aerial because people have gotten way better in shield in terms of like waiting out the options. And by waiting out options intelligently, they can literally just react to bad options and then move out of shield at a timing they know is safe. So like, imagine you do this short hop bear. I mean, I guess he jumped right away, so he tried to up B you. So this is kind of like not the stereotypical example, but a lot of Marths here would just shield this back air. But because it's an early back air, even if you fade away, like you're going to be at frame disadvantage. Maybe they start doing a nair out of shield, and it's like now you have to shield even though you're the one who started the shield pressure. So the go-to options I would recommend are Shine Grab is the first one. It's powerful because Marth doesn't have the quickest out of shield options. He doesn't have the best spot dodge or roll. So even if he does those dodges and avoids your grab, you're able to abuse your frame advantage out of it. So like, let's say this was a roll and he rolled over here and you're whiffing the grab right now. Well, I mean, you wouldn't be able to punish him directly, but maybe you can like dash back a little and start laser controlling him, you know, something like that. Or you can do a quick dash dance and maybe see if he's going to throw out an up tilt to protect himself. So you can do stuff like that. And he's at a percent now at like 85. So you could either back throw him into the corner, or you could up throw and just sort of shark him, looking for a back air to push him into the corner. Because again, that's really where we want to keep Marth, is in the corner. That's where he's the most limited. And we want to like eventually push him off stage to start like edge guarding him. And then the other option is actually to wave shine. So against most characters, I recommend wave shining away. So like you would shine their shield and then you would wave dash back. But as we already saw from your laser, where you tried to laser and then dash back, Marth's grab actually goes so far out that that's not really a thing. He can actually just shield grab you. But what you can do, because his shield grab goes out so far, it actually doesn't have a hitbox until like right here. So like that means if you're close to Marth, it's sort of like the Roy zone effect, right? Where you're within his grab range, or you're inside of his grab range, so that it actually whiffs. So what I do versus Marth is actually wave shine through him. So
Okay.
and that's when you're facing forward. So the reason you want to do that is during your jump squat and your wave dash, you can see like your head is leaning forward.
Yeah,
Right?
I see that.
So if you wave shine back, that's what makes it so easy for him to grab you, is Falco's big head is like sticking out towards him.
Gotcha.
Whereas like if you were turned around, then you sort of have this gap here where he can't grab. So if you wave shine through Marth, his grab will like end up right here over your head. He's sort of reaching past you. And then that also gives you a ton of good pressure to re-engage after the wave shine, because you're behind him and he doesn't have shield grab or fair out of shield. So even if he holds shield and doesn't miss a shield grab, you have tons of good options behind him. You can also go for a back air to shield poke after you wave shine through. But yeah, those are the two go-to options, I would say. So we'll see if shield pressure comes up later, because that's a very common thing. Nice. Oh no.
Yeah, it's fine. I recover. I mean, it's not fine, but
Yeah. What you want to be focused on here is grabbing the ledge. So the first thing you always want to look at when Marth is recovering is, can he double jump to the ledge? And if so, you want to do a zoning ledge hop back air with intangibility to just like prevent that. Because if you can prevent that and force him to up B, your chance of landing the edge guard is way higher. So like you can see, just the ability for him to do this is it's giving him too much freedom with his recovery, right? And as soon as he sees you dropping down that low and he's like, oh, I can just double jump on, the Marth is suddenly relieved, because now they're like, okay, I'm definitely getting back on stage. I'm not going to die. because you can imagine if you land one ledge hop back air on his double jump, he's just dead. And if he respects the ledge hop back air and goes lower, sure, he has like his double jump side beam mix up down here to get the up B back. But if you're just standing on stage, even if you're just completely guessing and you're not trying to cover multiple options, that's like a 1 in 3, maybe 1 in 4 chance of killing him on this edge guard. So that's more how you want to be doing it, is forcing him to go low and getting that up B so you can punish it. So this was the one thing I noted. In retrospect, it looks like he's spaced pretty far, but you can actually punish with up tilt with wave dash out of shield shine. I don't know if that's something you've practiced, but that's something I practice a lot, and it comes in handy a ton, because a lot of Marths are used to getting away with this, where they think they can just up tilt your shield, and if you can get a shine.
I also think Marth can just up tilt my shield, so yeah, that's good to know.
Yep, a lot of people just respect it because they don't know, and it's a pretty tight timing, but I think it's something you can learn to do consistently, and I think it'll make you better out of shield just in general, because you just sort of build up that muscle memory of knowing, okay, as soon as shield stun ends, I'm doing a wave dash in, and so yeah, like here I don't think you would get the shine, even with like a max wave dash. What were you gonna say?
I actually don't know if I was trying to wave dash out of that. I'm not sure if the roll was intentional, but it might have been. I can't remember.
Well, you did shield the eye in. It looked like you shield smash the eye, so I think you were like spamming roll in.
Okay.
Unless you do it with C6. Maybe this is just a coincidence.
I don't roll with C6, so maybe it was.
And again, you're already holding right, so I think you're just shield angling, now that I look at it again. You can see that little movement to the right was your shield angling, or your shield ASDI. Okay, yeah, and that was delayed.
I think what it was is because like my my control stick is notched, so I was trying to get like the farthest wave dash out.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay, so we see again, as soon as you start lasering him... Oh. Wait, did I miss something?
I don't think you did.
I missed the up tilt kill, okay. Okay, so we're coming back down. I like the laser, because our goal should be to like lock him down with lasers. I generally think it's better to shoot it on the ground. I mean, I do sometimes shoot it at laser height because I don't want him to jump. But I think even if he goes to platforms, I'd rather have Marth on the platform after my invul runs out, and I can like poke from below. Because Marth is so hard to pinpoint during respawn, you kind of have to keep in mind that if your invul runs out, you don't want to be in a bad position. So you can see, like, you go for that laser read. I think that's fine. But it's like, now your invul's running out, you want to establish laser control and make sure you have him pinned down before your invul runs out. So boom, you got that, and you force him to the side plat. So now you're in a pretty good spot, because Marth can't really do anything aggressive here. He can do the run off fair, or maybe like a short hop off fair. The short hop off is reactable. And then the run off one you can just space around, or like proactively stuff. So if you can like run under here and like up tilt, or yeah, that's the main thing I would do. Or you can shoot high lasers to help you approach as well. That can be really useful when people are just camping on the side plat and you think they're gonna do the run off stuff or drop down. So yeah, you can see that's what he's going for. But like, instead we're going for a full hop bear, and now it's like we're putting ourselves above Marth again, right? Okay. So like, if I'm looking at this from the Marth's perspective, he's just like so glad you did that, and now he can get some percent. Okay. And then we start lasering again. So every time we're lasering, like, things are generally going pretty good. So you do laser, approaching laser, and so this is a little hasty to down tilt here. Instead, I
Yeah.
would just say you don't need to throw out moves right away versus Marth because he's going to be so good at whiff punishing stuff or just like beating it directly that you kind of want to bully him into the corner just with the threat of attacks. Like you don't always have to throw out an attack. So you can see, like, imagine if you did those 2 lasers and then you just dash dance here. And then you can see him retreat and then you go, oh, I can shoot another laser. And then all of a sudden you have him pinned in this back, like, 3 feet of space on the ledge. And all you did was shoot a couple lasers and he just retreated there on his own, you know?
Yeah.
But as soon as he sees that whiff down tilt, he's like, oh, okay, now I can go back in. I can take back all the stage. And he's doing that run up down tilt we talked about at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Every time he sees you stop lasering, he does this running down tilt. Okay. A better option here is to just dash away. Try to get in the habit of dashing away instead of spot dodging, just because people wait for it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's going to feel scary at first because, and some worse Marth players might even hit you, but it's just a good habit to have as a default. And if they really are going for the grab, then you can start spot dodging later.
Okay.
Nice.
Using more of a plan B than a plan A.
Yeah, having default options that are good against like good players is usually the way to go. Because if they're bad, then you can adapt and beat them anyway. You know.
Yeah.
And I think in a lot of scenarios that will be the bad player trying to react anyways. That dash can be pretty good at dodging stuff. Oh no.
Yeah, that's sadness.
Okay. So it seemed like you didn't really have a game plan for his respawn. You always want to have some idea of what you're going to do, especially because like there's so much time that you can actually think about it, right? Like all this time spending, and Martha spending coming down with the platform, you should have some idea like, am I going to shield on the platform? Am I going to full hop as it comes down? I think that would have been okay. But you kind of like did it a little early, I think. Because if you're jumping above Marth, you're basically saying, I'm going to spend all of your invul up here and then try and win the mix-up coming down. And if I win the mix-up coming down, great. I'm out of trouble. But now it's like, he's still invul and he's already hit you.
Yeah.
Right?
But even if I do win, it's still like not that great because I can't really get combos till later.
Yeah, true. So yeah, if you're going to do the jump up high thing, I think the up B up here can be pretty good, and then you either go to the left or right plat.
Yeah, I've been seeing people do that, but I didn't know like how good it was.
It's
like,
actually pretty good, just because it's hard to punish, and so it's not going to be something that's like foolproof. But if the alternative is like just jumping empty, like just jumping anyway, or yeah, like if that's your alternative, I'd rather just see the up B. And another thing you can do is...
At what height, like, would you up B? I'm not sure if that option
whatever
is
height
for
will
you.
dodge the opponent.
Okay.
So, I mean, that sounds obvious, but like, no matter what it is, you just have to visualize their height. So like the thing is, if you're waiting for Marth to do this, if you wait for him to drop down before doing it, it's a little better. Also, you should be positioned on the right side so that Marth doesn't have access to forward air. So that's one simple thing you can do just to make it a little more difficult for Marth.
Damn, that's big brain. All right.
Yeah. People really like never consider that. So I'll see, like if you're at, if you're at like, let me think. So like if you're playing a Jigglypuff and you're at 150%, you would want to be positioned on the left side because she's going to be coming down with forward air, and you'd rather get clipped by a forward air than clipped by a back air if you're at kill percent. So there's all sorts of things like that where you can consider which side you'd rather be on. And the big one for Marth is he has fair on the left, and he also has grab and up tilt. So something I do on the tri-plat stages is I'll just shield on bottom mid. Marth will drop down, and like if I'm shielding like slightly on the right, it's like he can do like a late back air or something, but that's nothing. I'll just like full hop away and land on the top plat and I'm good. Or he can like try and empty land turnaround grab, but even that I usually am able to full hop away before he does that, or I can like just roll. But he doesn't have like fair and up tilt, which are his go-to moves when he comes down. So I think playing that game on the ground where you just try to like either position behind him and make it awkward long enough for you to escape vertically, or if it's a stage like Pokemon or FD, you can position behind him and then as he comes down, like shield and then wave dash past him. Because like after he hits your shield or like empty lands next to you, he still has to like make a guess. If he just tries to grab you every time, then a roll away would just get you out. So there's a lot of different options you can do when you stay grounded. But yeah, I think it seems like you mostly just died for that, and then also not realizing you grabbed ledge.
Yeah. That was also
that was
supposed to be just a laser.
Accidental one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this laser was great because I mean it just barely missed, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. So you trap him there. It is, like I said before, it's hard to hit Marth just because he's angling his whole body. But you can do like an up tilt or shine just to catch people trying to run through you. So he's sort of doing the strategy I just described, right? Where like you go on one side of the opponent and then make them think you're going to retreat into the corner or like under the side plat, and then as they're attacking in that direction, you dash through them. That's a very common thing you'll see in basically every matchup, at least versus the fast characters. So like a Jigglypuff probably wouldn't do this kind of thing. Maybe a Jigglypuff would roll or something, but she's generally too slow to be moving through you. But like all the fast characters, Marth, Sheik, oh my god, how did that grab?
Story of my life, dude.
Yeah. Okay, you must dash back in though.
I what?
Okay, you dash back in. I was saying you have to dash back in. If you just got grabbed dashing away on that one, I would have cried. Yeah, so you land this laser and you do the proper dash back. I think that's great. You could go for the grab, but I think it's totally fine to dash back. So when you're doing this dash back though, you need to be visualizing his out of shield options. So which ones do you think he's most likely to do? Obviously grab is one.
Yeah, grab is one. Like short hop fair out of shield. Little wave dash out and grab me running away.
Yeah, that's a pretty hard call out by him. But wave dash back is probably more likely. But yeah, definitely something to consider. And then another one I would say is short hop nair out of shield, auto cancel nair. That's probably the hardest to deal with because if he does the auto cancel nair, you either have to stuff it immediately or like just retreat out of range, and it's pretty hard to punish. But like if you do dodge it, then like he's landing next to you and you can't true whiff punish it, but you can pressure him very heavily. So the rising fair out of shield, you can absolutely just react and nair him out of the air and get a huge punish. The wave dash, I mean, I don't want to say you can't react to the wave dash forward, but it's pretty hard, and you usually have to be set up. So like out of a dash, I don't know that I would be able to like jump shine the wave dash forward on reaction. But if he's gonna do wave dash forward, oh sorry, what?
I said it's probably something you'd have to do before, and I would just have to be expecting it.
Yeah, you could do like a preemptive short hop, and then if you see him moving forward, then you could like late back air. Especially because you're at 0, so wave dash forward up tilt isn't really a threat here. That's another one Marth's too. So he only really has wave dash forward grab, and it's hard for Marth to grab if you're like jumping around and throwing out hitboxes. And then if he retreats, you're just totally fine. But I think some Marths will do that, and you need to recognize it so you can laser. But like in order to set all of these up, you need to be doing an empty dash. So as you do this dash, You just need to chill here and be okay with doing the empty foxtrot. That's what most people call it, is a foxtrot or just an empty dash.
It'd be like there's dash back, pause, and then dash back in, or
so you actually just want to do the dash and then sit here and wait to see what he does. Now maybe he shields and then you like want to reapproach with a laser or an aerial. You have to be careful because like sometimes they'll see that you waited and then they'll move right when you try to go in, right?
Yeah.
But if you're just dashing back in every time, you're going to get clipped by Marth a lot. It unfortunately is just what happens, because if he does grab or up tilt or fair or nair, like all those options we discussed, they sort of all beat this dash back in, right? Like you can see how if he did rising fair, you also would have gotten hit. And that's just because you have to dash out of the way of the shield grab. But like if you dash out of the way of the shield grab, you can't dash back in right away because he'll have some hitbox out potentially. So just practice that empty foxtrot and then with punishing on reaction. And you also have to train yourself if he doesn't do an option. So like let's say he just holds shield, or let's say he does nair out of shield, but he does it in place, so he's not approaching with the nair. And so you dodge the nair successfully after this laser, and you're just like chilling here, and he's doing a nair right here. You can like practice with punishing it with like a laser or aerial, but you can also just get in the habit of doing another timing mix-up after that. So maybe he like shields after the nair, and then you're doing a quick dash dance, and then you approach. So you kind of want to think about what timing is comfortable for him to escape.
Okay.
So hopefully we see another example of that, because that's like a really common situation with Marth. Okay, so we get this nair. Nice. Okay, so this is a double jump nair opportunity. That's something we can work on in Uncle Punch.
Why would a double jump nair be better?
Did I say nair? I meant dare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when you do the full hop dare, you're rising. So like you can see, you hit him here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't even hit him. But like even if you had hit him,
I
he would be below you. He would be even further below you if you had hit him. Whereas if you do, I'm not even sure if it's a true combo at this percent. It's close. But if you do a immediate double jump, so that your dare is like barely reaching him on the like top of your head. Let's say the hitbox if the hitbox ends at like your collar, and then you hit him like just on the toe with the top of your dare hitbox, then you can fast fall and get below him and like go for an up tilt to pressure, or dash out of the way and punish his landing. So you have a lot more flexibility with that dodge and re-engage strategy that you brought up before, right? Yeah. Where it's like it's not a true combo, but he's still getting sharked basically.
Yeah.
So it's really important to be doing the pillar combos that way with the immediate double jump dare. There you go. So this is actually perfect. So you do the laser. So you could have recognized that the laser hit, but it's going to be hard. So you do the dash back. So Marth is in shield, and then you can see like the way you paused, you're a little too far, but just the way you paused and like did a delayed dash back in, caught him moving out of timing that would have worked against other things. So if you had retreated with a laser, he would have moved at a good timing. But also if you had done a dash dance immediately and reapproached, he would still be shielding. So the fact that you delayed made him think, oh, okay, I can't just stay here shielding, he's not going to approach. And then as soon as he thinks that, you're going in. But you can see the range you dashed at kind of hurt you.
Yeah, I definitely see that.
So like, dash in to threaten, dash back, but then you like kind of go too far. So this is something.
I probably want to be like towards like the left lip around the platform.
And I mean, you can even just keep dash dancing. It's like a little trickier, but as long as you're out of that fair range, he doesn't really have any immediate moves that will hit you. I mean, I guess he does have the auto cancel nair as well, but I feel like that has less range than the fair, almost always. So you can sort of visualize the aerials out of shield, and dash dance around them, and then either re-engage at a timing where you think you can catch him out of shield, or you just want to re-engage on shield pressure, or wait for him to retreat, like if he does a wave dash back, then you can approach with the laser. And approaching laser, once he's already shielding like this, is great because he can't power shield grab you, and laser gives you the most frame advantage out of all your moves, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you like re-engage with laser shine grab, boom. There's your opening, you're getting him up to like 40%, and now you can pillar combo on the next hit. And if he wave dashes back, he's not able to whiff punish the laser either. He would wave dash back and get hit by the laser right here, and you have him further trapped in the corner. So it's kind of a win-win. The only way he's beating that laser is if he decides to call it out now. So some Marths will do this where they'll see that you did a delayed dash and then they'll do their aerial after, but you always have the option to not re-engage right away. So that's where the advantage is for Falcos. You could just decide to start lasering more, right? You don't have to go in. That's just where your stronger punishes will be. And then the laser is like the safer option, just to stay here and laser.
Yeah, I tried to try to shield that fair.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, let's see. I think you might be able to like up smash or something, but that's usually not a good option. Let's see.
It would have been
most
quite
Marths do not do like a rising fair approaching like this.
Oh, I know. The main like Marth player I like fight relatively consistently is like way better than me. He's probably like, I don't know.
What's his name?
I don't know if he's his name is Ahmad. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's an MDVA.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you did was fine, just like full hopping away to disengage. I mean, I guess you went for the shine, but that's fine too. Nair out of shield is like probably objectively the best here, but like I said, this is a pretty uncommon scenario.
Yeah.
And it looks like you just mistimed the shine. So you get in on him. Oh no. So this is a great opening. I think I would have gone for shine. I would have went for the shine pillar.
Okay.
But I am a fan of up tilt. I don't think it was like terrible here. Let me see. I'm trying to see what side you landed on. So you dare him on the right. It's really ambiguous. I think he's on the left side though. And then he DIs left. Or wait. No, if he DI'd left, he would have went further. Straight up. Okay, maybe he was on the right then. So after the up tilt...
I love that laser.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Is it that like falling single laser from the top? And I remember in this match I got him like quite a few times.
Yeah. The drop coming down with the laser is definitely good, especially because you did it low enough to hit his dash, just barely. But that's definitely good. So I think if you're going to up tilt there, the play for DI above the side plat is to jump shine. Because you really want to get the pillar combo started. You either want to get the pillar combo started, or you want to start pushing him off stage. But I think 55 is a little early to push him off stage when he's this close to center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, you can go.
Oh, I was gonna say that's. I was just confirming that was what I was trying to do, because I was trying to get the reverse bear.
Okay.
Here, that's why I like full DI'd in.
Yeah, I think if you hit that, like you can see how far you went there, and that's with DI in. So.
No, I meant like that's why I was like fully committing, like doing the rising
right
there to the right.
Yeah. No, I mean that makes sense. And like maybe you get a back air off of it too if you do a reverse bear into double jump air. But I think the pillar combo will be more consistent in the long run.
100%.
Nice. Didn't do a panic option. Okay. You shield a lot in this matchup.
I shield a lot in general, which
Okay.
I'm not sure if
I don't think
like
that's the
how.
play as Falco,
Yeah, I don't know.
especially versus Marth. Like, even shield heavy characters like Peach and Sheik, I feel like they do not shield a bunch versus Marth because they know he just wants the grab, right? So like right
Yeah.
here, I mean you have to shield here because he's clearly going to aerial. Um, what did we talk about last time he aerialed? Did you you did the dare out of shield? So and here you do the back air. Oh, you didn't do the back air right away, so that was good.
Yeah, I was waiting for
Um,
him to come back in and stuff
you,
that option.
yeah. So I think wave dash away and just like establish laser control is good because like we said, we know he's gonna dash away like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
But you at least did a good timing mix up. So like this shield was fine. And then right here, I'd be thinking again like, okay, Marth in the corner. He's not in range to stuff a laser. I want to start my laser control. So like even if you start a laser and he does this double jump, like that means you can like be right here lasering, and then when you see this, you can actually punish it. Whereas like if you're trying to just space around him on the ground with hitboxes and dash dancing, when he's not under laser control, I feel like it's impossible to punish stuff like this. Or if he does an auto cancel nair, you can't really punish it. Whereas if you have a laser out, it becomes way more feasible. So you shield that, and then you like, yeah. It seems like your biggest issue is not taking the laser control when he's giving it to you. So like you do this laser a little high, but it's at least threatening him. So right here, I'm totally thinking like, okay, approaching laser, like close down, like you want to clamp down on his space. Don't let him have all this room to dash dance because it's so hard to hit Marth when he has an open field to like dash dance in. Whereas if he's trapped in the corner and you've lasered him 3 times and he's like, oh my god, I can't move forward, that's where you're going to get your juicy hits. So you can even tell by like the actions he's taking, like this is the attack of someone who is afraid of getting pinned on the ground.
Yeah, definitely.
But like instead we're sort of letting him do that and then also not punishing it. So we're just like we're dashing away even though we were already super far away. So let me see again. So space an aerial, space a laser. So it's like there's no reason to dash away here. Like look how far he is, right? Even if he dash attacked, like if you really thought he would dash attack, then you could laser again to stuff it, or just like do an aerial right here. So you have a lot of different options, but you choose to like dash away. So do you understand why that would like be giving up stage control that you don't need to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like it's he clearly by just like reading his movements, he's like doing like panic options and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like I could be using that to punish it, or if not directly punish, just like take the stage that he's given me.
Yeah,
with, like,
exactly. You almost don't even want to try to hit him directly until he's limited on stage, just because of how much faster he is than you.
Yeah.
But like sometimes they'll approach in the
strong.
center of the stage, in which case you want to take those. But then like even if you saw this back air, so like you do the dash dance. The one thing this dash dance is good against is if he's going to just do a reckless like approaching aerial, right? But then even when you see that, then now you're moving forward and you're forced to shield. So it's kind of like the worst of both worlds, where you're like giving up all the stage, but then when he finally does this high approaching commitment, you're running in and shielding instead of like trying to whiff punish, or even just like staying here and lasering would have been fine because then you could push him back again. So that'll happen a lot in this matchup where he like moves forward and you can't quite get the whiff punish, so you just decide to like retreat with the laser and try again. So it might take you a couple tries in a single neutral interaction to push him to the corner. It's not like every time you laser Marth, he'll just immediately go to the corner. But you can see like you are immediately going to the corner. So like Yeah, we had to move. I would have recommended a wave dash away or something into laser, because you can see he hits your shield and then he retreats, right? This is like the pattern we've seen from him. So he hits your shield. Now he could do like a turnaround up tilt. He could try to grab you. He could even read like a roll away or a wave dash away with a dash attack. But that's like a hard read where if he's wrong, he gets punished. So we really want to have a default option where like it requires them to make a read to hit it. So that's why I like wave dash away there. And then even the double jump, it's not like it's not the greatest, but at least you are actionable and you could like drop down laser or run off the side and then laser. But you actually jump off, and now we're like all the way in the corner for no reason, right? Because it's not like he threatened you into the corner, because he wasn't even close enough to threaten you with anything when you were up there. So like when you're up here, it's like, what is Marth going to do to hit you, right? He doesn't really have anything. And that doesn't mean you want to just chill on the platform, because it is Marth, but you should feel like you can threaten run off dare or drop down laser or run off the back of the platform in laser or just shield on the platform just for a little bit to see if maybe he does the rising full hop fair, something like that. So options that don't give up stage is the main thing.
Yeah. I think also just the big problem is I play like really scared even when I am in advantageous positions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say that's like the major trend I'm seeing. Oh no, we got stuck on the platform.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, even there we see it, right? So you're literally lasering Marth in the air, but like we're still deciding to run away. And it's like this is the moment to shark him with like a back air. We should be underneath him back airing, not like lasering him up here and then running away. So you just have to like shift your priorities a little in terms of like do your priorities more to like close off the stage and like move forward while slowly taking space instead of like staying so safe that you end up in the corner yourself. Okay. So yeah, again, right here, instead of like jumping from here where it's not going to combo, and do you end up above him? Not quite, because he is high percent, but this is similar to an overextension during punish, where you're like you're full hopping. So instead you want to be like standing right here with your back to the ledge, and you want to be looking for full hop back air, so threatening the full hop back air, or like full hop double jump back air. So you can threaten all sorts of combinations of jumps into back air, and then force him to go this way, to drift off stage, and then we transition into the edge guard. So you grab ledge, do the ledge hop back air. Don't let him double jump to ledge. That's like your goal. And you won't get it every time, but you can get it a lot of the time, and then suddenly you're forcing him to do an up B, and you didn't even hit him. You just scared him enough that he felt like he had to drift all the way down here and double jump. So you can do that instead of like this, which is, as soon as he sees that, I mean, he throws out a fair, but he knows at this point that he's definitely grabbing ledge. Like the chance of this shine bear hitting is like super low.
Okay.
And that's just because you have no control over like your spacing, right? Like as soon as you shine, I mean, you could have like maybe double jumped out as a hard read, but that's pretty risky and you might just lose the side B or something, and then you literally die. Oh no. Okay. So, what do you think is a good option to choose here?
From the tech?
Yep,
in the second
so
place?
You're coming out of the tech in place. I'll even advance it. So, you know Martha's dashing at you. What's a good option? There's a lot, so you can just name the first few things that come to mind.
You could do, like Darren plays, or like dash attack towards him to stuff out something.
So what do you think those two options have in common?
They're attacking.
Yes, and what? Okay, I'll just say so. Like you're definitely right that they're both attacking, and I'd say the important similarity they have is they both get whiff punished if Marth decides to just chill outside of your range, right? Which is how most Marths play, is like waiting outside of your range, doing these retreating. Even though he's approaching right now, like you can't assume he's going to run all the way up and like he might running down till you. I don't remember if we'd like watch it all the way through. I mean, he has done that a couple of times, so I wouldn't be that surprised. But I generally don't want to play that game with Marth. I want to get my laser out. So I think a great option here is either, I think you might have time to laser, but the safe bet would be to like dash back a little and get a laser out, and then you can force him back into the corner instead of trying to do the dash attack or do the down air, which all require Marth to. You have to like literally read his spacing, and he also has to like not be paying attention, because if he sees you do the shuffle startup, he can almost react. If depending on his spacing, he actually can react, but it does depend. So he does do the running down tilt, right? So you can see, like, if you had done a dash back and then lasered, he's getting lasered in the face, and you have full control over the ground. Maybe he ends up jumping or retreating. He can't really fight his way through your lasers, or at least based on what we've seen, he hasn't done it a single time, right?
Yeah.
So if you just were a 20xx spot for 5 seconds and just lasered over and over, what would he do? He'd probably just panic and retreat. That's what most Marths do. But like you haven't even forced him to demonstrate that he can actually like deal with your lasers in any meaningful way. And now we see like the dash attacks. This is the sort of this does a good job of highlighting just how unlikely it is that that dash attack you refer to, or like an aerial, they're just so hard to hit on Marth. So like there you do an aerial and you just like go over him because he's crouched real low, and then you do a dash attack, but it's Marth, so he's just like dashing through you, and it's just really hard to hit him when you have no control with lasers. Like his movement is too good, so it's a losing battle trying to hit these dash attacks on him, even though you get one there, but it's like he had two that he could have punished. And then even this one, that was just like a read on him doing the full approaching down tilt, it looked like.
Yeah.
So I think the Marth like literally decided at this point, he's like, okay, I'm gonna running down tilt this Falco no matter what. So you did a good job of recognizing that. Let me see if he actually starts it. Okay, so he decided like right here. He's like, okay, this Falco is not lasering, which might be what he's expecting. So he's like, okay, if he's not gonna do the laser and like make my life a living hell, I'm gonna approach. So I don't know what he was doing. Maybe dash attack. Okay. It's a pretty good evasion. I don't like the full hop. The shine pressure was fine. So like you do the shine, realize you whiff. You typically don't want to go for another one. It's so hard to hit Marth with these shines. Like I would have recommended like either lasering out of the shine or wave dashing back and then trying to laser. But just like these approaching shines are very rarely hitting. But like once you get the shield pressure, you definitely don't want to be full hopping, right? You want to be wave shining away and looking for an opportunity to re-engage. But like as soon as you full hop, like you're giving Marth full control of the ground. He has all this time that you're jumping to react, and he can like up air you. So you're just giving him way too much control. Okay, wait. Oh, you got shield poked. Okay, so when you do the side B on, it's really helpful. Yeah, you double jumped a little too low this time, I think. Let me see. You might have been able to double jump higher. So you went off at kind of a low angle, but if you double jump higher, aiming for Marth's head is actually like the best way to do it. So if you see his jab, see how it like comes out low? So
Yeah,
it comes out right here.
Tilt.
So he has to react like 2 frames faster if you go for his head height. And then even if he hits you, it often will send you to the right. So you can like land on stage. Okay, and there we see that they're out of shield again, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, this is another one you can wave dash shine, I'm pretty sure. I should know for a fact, but I'm like reasonably confident. And I also know that if I ever go for the wave dash shine on a move and they are able to shield in time, I just react to like their animation as I'm wave dashing. And if they can shield in time, then I shine grab instead. So you can usually tell like as you wave dash whether you're going to get it in time.
Interesting.
And you can always just go for shine grab, or if you think the great part about pressuring Marth is if you go for the wave dash and shine on the dash attack. Actually, we can just count it real quick, but like I said, I'm pretty sure it might depend on like whether tippers or something crazy. So you're actionable.
There.
No.
Or, oh, it's when it comes back.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So right now you could shine them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 9 frame window to wave dash shine it. So pretty lenient. And then, so the great part is even if he shields, as you shine him, you can wave shine through like we talked about before. So you can wave dash, or you can wave shine through as if you hit the shine and you're ready to pillar. And then by the time you wave shine through, then you definitely know if he shielded or not. So either way, like you can do wave dash forward, shine, wave dash forward again. And like that covers both options really well. No, don't go to the corner. Yeah, so right here, I'm definitely like, it's funny because you keep doing like a good first laser, and then you sort of like give up or decide like you want to do something else. So like this laser into the corner is super risky. He could have just hit you outright for it, and then even though he didn't like punish you for it, now he's in center stage, and now you're shielding in the corner when you had him on the ledge with laser control. So you can just see how much that's hurting you to just like let him reversal you that easily. Okay, and you can still see like even this whole game he's just been retreating after every single laser, right? So you're spacing around the runoff fair. Perfect. He gets lasered. You know he's gonna do the dash back though. So what do we do instead? Either we can just shoot another laser in place, and imagine you shoot 2 lasers here instead of laser into immediate aerial. So you do laser, and then you shoot another one, and it's coming out like right now. So you have a laser coming out. Sure, you're really far away, and you're not like in the center of the stage, but you're hitting Marth this far away with the laser. So you can just approach after you shoot the laser. Like that's the beauty of lasers, is that they pin people from at a distance. So like if he retreats because he's expecting this down air and you laser instead, well now he's stuck like right here, and you can just progressively take stage away from him that way, where Marth is just either retreating or he's like zoning in place and you're not running into it, or even better, you're dash dancing outside of his range and then whiff punishing if he tries to zone. So and like the important thing to realize through all of this is that he doesn't have a way to get right through your laser and just like hit you. Like that's why he's retreating. Shield Hawk? Oh, that was sick. Did you do that on purpose?
Tech.
Yeah.
It was like.
Okay, no, you let go. There's a cool thing you can do where you like grab ledge while holding light shield, and then you can actually like tech wall tech as he have bees and shine him. It's
Wait,
like pretty
whoa,
crazy.
hold on. Yeah. Say that again?
I can send a tweet.
Okay.
I have a tweet from it.
Hold on. Let me get on your Twitter.
It's from like a year ago or something.
Oh, word.
But
Okay.
damn.
Did you send it?
No, I'm trying to find it.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't tell if you said damn or bam, as in you like sent
I
it.
said damn. Maybe I know it was for I got it from KJH, but I must not have said KJH. I must have. Okay, I actually found it. Cool. This is just like really sick. I'm going to show it in the video just for archival purposes.
Sure.
So you can see like I'm holding the ledge, and then, I mean it's such shitty quality because it's back and forth like dolphin.
I don't see it on the stream.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said I don't see it on the stream.
Oh, I linked it.
Gotcha.
Because I didn't want to like get out of the screen share.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you can see Falco is on the ledge for a while. So I'm like holding light shield while I'm on the ledge, and then as Marth does a B, I input a tech. So like without even letting go of the ledge, I just get hit and immediately tech, and then I shine dare him.
So like when you wave dash to like grab a ledge, are you like holding Z or something?
I'm holding light shield with L, and then I input the tech with R. And the way that works is like if you're holding the stick or a trigger as you grab ledge, it prevents you from doing like a ledge roll option.
Oh, okay. That's the part I was confused about. I was
Yeah,
like, how would you
it
not,
just
like,
prevents
roll?
that input from doing anything. So like normally you hit R. If you try to hit R to tech, you'll just roll, right? But if you use that method, then you won't roll. So it's just a fun little side thing. I wouldn't recommend it or anything.
Yeah, that's fucking sick. Oh my god.
Okay. So that I was like, I wondered if you had like actually did that.
No, I had no idea that existed. I also like I have like tall plugs on. Well, I have a tall plug on my right, on my R button. So, like getting like text and stuff are like relatively simple. Just need to like react to them moving up towards me. Or, like,
I just removed the spring from mine. Cause I like when it sits lower, but yeah, that'll make the tech a little easier. Okay, so this is pretty good. So yeah, here again we see the flaw of like the lack of laser control. So you get some great damage, 41%. You have him in the corner, right? So what do we want to be thinking here?
Laser.
And what is the purpose of the laser?
To clamp him down in the corner, keep him pinned there.
So you might even want to do like a dash forward laser, right? As long as you're safe from fair, I'd say like close the space a little and laser as close as you can. But instead we're like dash dancing, right? It's like the dash dance isn't really doing anything there because it's not like you thought he would approach and you're spacing around something. You're sort of
not
just
really
doing
threatening
it.
anything either.
Yeah. And then it's like now you're in a situation where you have to read this approach because he has the option to approach. If he were getting lasered in the face, dash attack is not an option for him. I mean, he can take laser and then try to dash attack, but if he dash attacks and then you are shooting a second laser and he bumps his head into the second laser, then you're just gonna be able to react and grab him or something. So that's like probably the best note we could have possibly ended on, was this dash attack, just showing how important lasers are. Because without them, you're a sitting duck, almost literally. So did you feel like that all made sense? Like,
Oh yeah,
when you
100%.
like zoom out. I know we covered a lot, but at the same time, I think it was all kind of related. It was a lot of mistakes that I made myself, so nothing to feel bad about. But just situations where you're giving up control for no real reason.
Mhm.
Okay. And then you said you wanted to do some 20XX stuff or Uncle Punch.
Yeah, I like for like setting up like situations, and also like using save states because I'm in the Falco save state Discord. I would imagine
Are
you
there any
are as
save
well.
states yet? There weren't any when I was in it, so I just left.
There are now. They're like in the what's it called? They're on like a website,
Okay, yeah, I know savestate.gg.
something like that. Hold on, let me see. Oh, it's actually not this one. It's a different one.
Yeah, that was the one I was looking at because there was like a Discord and it was like such a nice
Was
looking website. So I was like, oh, this will be filled in no time. And then I checked back like 6 months later and there's still nothing.
Oof, never mind. I think they nuked that website. Because
Well,
yeah, I
I
remember
have
the website was like
some good news is that I don't even think save states are like that crazy good for improvement.
okay.
Um, I think most of the stuff that you can work on is either like decision making in game or tech skill you can practice on your own. And I mean, there are times where I'll set up something in 20XX. So like, I'll set up a replay where maybe I want to do Marth doing a fair out of shield. Actually, you can do that in Uncle Punch now. I think, right? Oh no. So reversal training. Okay, no, that's for when you're reversaling. So yeah, so in 20XX, I might set it up so that like Marth does a rising fair towards me, and then I practice dash dancing and punishing that, just to get a feel for it. But other than stuff like that, where it's a specific situation, I don't really feel the need to set up a replay. So
Okay.
like I'd rather do stuff like this where you do like the up tilt we talked about. So you just set
Yeah.
it up to up tilt, and then you practice wave dash shine. Oops. Wait. Am I actually just being slow? Okay. So yeah.
Wait, I missed that. I didn't see like you like, or I didn't hear the cue that you like restreamed. So,
Oh.
which Uncle Punch thing is this in? Oh, is it the
Uh,
reversal training?
yeah, reversal training.
Oh, gotcha.
And then you just switch it to up tilt. Or whatever you
Okay.
want. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. So yeah, you can do that. And you can't like practice a combo after. But like you can see at the bottom, so it says active shield frame 8. That means I jumped on frame 8 after the shield stun. So that means I was anticipating too much shield stun. So then next time I do it faster.
Yeah.
Well, if I rolled, that means I jumped too early. And then I rolled on the fourth frame. That's what that means. Oops. So frame 3. Wow. I don't know why I'm slow. Boom. So that was too early. So you can do it with different moves like that. Like you could do Sheik down smash is a good one. Oops.
Weirdly enough, don't really have too much trouble punishing that move.
Yeah, it's actually pretty easy as long as you don't shield the IN.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Because if you shield the IN, you get hit by 3 hits. Ginger and I were just discussing that the other day. Was there anything else you wanted help practicing?
I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I didn't really feel like the only other tech skill thing I really remember from your from the game was that you were shooting high lasers a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe just like to go attack on shield, and then just do no option for out of shield option, do none, and just practice like shooting low.
Oh, I didn't know it worked like that.
Yeah, you can do.
I thought it always like reset.
It does if they do an attack. So if they do grab,
Gotcha.
it'll reset. But this is also good. This is where you can practice. Oh, you can do. So can you do fair? You can do nair out of shield, but not fair.
Yeah, that's
So you
that's
can
weird.
practice your laser, and then sort of like practice with punching. It's not really what it's meant for, but you can do it a little, especially with grab, boom, stuff like that. So you can practice like the tech skill of it, but you don't want to like grind this stuff too much, because like then you just sort of get in the habit of punishing immediate grab, and if they do like a delayed move out of shield, you would just like run into it, right? So, and you want to be doing it on reaction, not just assuming that they do the option immediately.
Okay.
And then the other thing I was going to talk about is, so we talked about the double jump dare pillar combo. So have you used the combo training one at all?
I have, but I usually train from like 0.
Okay. Yeah, so for Marth, you definitely have to increase the percent. It says at the bottom how you do it, in case you forget.
Yeah. I know how to do it.
Okay.
But that's just like in general, not necessarily just Marth.
Yeah, and like when you're starting out, I would do a consistent DI behavior, so like survival or combo, or no DI, just so you like can practice the specific DIs, and then you can practice random DI after you feel like you have most of them down. Same with smash DI behavior. I would do no smash DI. I set it to invincible, but I don't think it really matters. I think it resets no matter what. Okay, so maybe put them up to like 40, and then do that. So, did you see how I did the double jump?
Yeah.
So, that's really important versus Marth, whereas if you do the rising dare you talked about, now it's like he's landing just barely before. Actually, you can get it a little, but maybe at like 30. Oops, I missed the fast one. So you can see like the lower the percent, the harder it's going to be. There you go. So yeah, you can practice all sorts of stuff like this. The combo training is by far the best, because not only is punish game really important, but it's very flexible with the percents and the DIs, so you can set up tons of different scenarios. Sometimes I like to go to Battlefield or like any triplat stage. So you can like up it to like 30 or 40 just so you can get the combo started, and then you can practice tech chasing. That's crazy. So dare him onto the platform, and then you're reacting to his options, and that'll really help your combos versus like Marth and Sheik, because a lot of the combos versus them end up on the platforms.
I hate how it does that.
What'd you say?
Like if you're in some sort of action state before it
oh yeah.
Yeah. It just like keeps it. But yeah, what were you saying?
I wasn't really saying anything. I was just wrapping up and seeing if you had any other things you wanted me to show you.
No, that was really helpful. Like I've tried using some of the tools in combo training, but I usually get like overwhelmed. I don't really know where to start.
Yeah. So remember how we talked about like you want to use it for a specific purpose. So like you would look through your set there, or like that game we watched, and you would see, oh, I did a rising downer and didn't get a big combo. The first thing you have to ask is like, can I actually get something off of it? Maybe you can't. So something you could even practice is like practice at 0 where you can't get a follow-up, and like, what am I going to do if Marth DIs like that at 0? Like, even though I'm not getting a punish, like this is still good practice, because I'm like visualizing what would happen after. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not going to be able to hit him, but like maybe he double jumps right when he air dodges here. So you can even set it to like jump, I think, right? Attack. So like, what? So you go, okay, so maybe I try to up air, see if they make him invincible, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so you can even do stuff at 0 where like you're just focusing on positioning. Let me see, is there anything else? I think that's the major stuff. So like attack on shield, you can practice your shine grabs too. So practice beating his shield grab with your shine grab. So those are the 3 main ones I use: attack on shield, combo training, and then I also use ledge dash, but depending on where you're at, that's not like super necessary.
Yeah.
The other one that can be good for like the Falco Ditto is the power shield training. You can like practice take laser turnaround up tilt, and if you set it, so if you use these settings, the on-screen display, you can do act out of hit stun, and it'll tell you how quickly you move out of the lasers. Oh, maybe you have to do a dash? Yeah, so it'll tell you dash. So you can see at the bottom it's saying like 3 frames, 8 frames.
Okay.
So it'll tell you how quickly you're moving out of lasers. But those are the main ones for Falco. I don't think the others are too important. The slide off one is pretty helpful, I guess. I don't know if you've practiced this.
Yeah, I have.
Once you get it, it's like pretty simple. You can do a laser. Oh my god, what?
Yeah, the slide off training one, it seems a bit buggy.
Yeah, I mean, it does look crazy.
But yeah, for slide offs, like I have used them before, but like again, like the person, like the Marth player I usually play against, he's really good at like recognizing when I'm trying to go for a slide off, and will just like counter it.
Does he counter it with something specific?
Usually
or
like.
Is it like F smashing, where it's just a true mix-up?
Yeah, it would be like an F smash, or he'll just wave land onto the platform that I'm on, and like wait for my get up option.
Okay. Yeah, I mean you can like try to react. So like do the slide off DI until you recognize that he's not going for the like standard up air, and then try to do something else.
Okay.
But yeah, because if you just like don't react and you just start doing the wake up roll, then he is gonna grab you. Also, just mixing in tech in place. That's something I learned the hard way. Is like when I first learned slide off DI, I was just like spamming it so much, but then it got predictable. And when I played against Zane, he would just like no impact land and grab me. So I was like, oh, I should just actually tech in place some of the time.
Yeah.
Especially because the Marth will like do the super late up air to counter the slide off.
Yeah, so that too. Oh my god, I've gotten owned by that so many times.
Yeah, so if you run into a Marth that does that, DI in a way where it looks like you're going to, like, let me just go to a stage. Training mode. So like, you might get upthrown from like right here, so you DI towards this right plat, and they're used to you tech rolling in and doing slide off, right? But instead you tech in place right here, and their brain just like freezes. Because they're like, wait, he didn't do the thing! Because every Falco that does a slide off DI like lands here and tech rolls left, and then is doing the slide off to the left. Because no one just slide off to the right, obviously. Or like towards the edge of the stage. But yeah. Any last minute questions?
I don't think so, but this has been super helpful.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't really have like another like Falco in my area to like talk about stuff like this with.
Yeah. So, which area are you from?
Good. I'm in Tallahassee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we have a few like, you know, they used to play Falco, but now they're Fox mains, so I'm just like, ugh, never mind, don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I refuse to switch.
Yeah, if you have any questions at all, just let me know. Like if you're trying to
Alright.
implement something we talked about, and if you feel like you hit a roadblock way quicker than you expected, definitely just let me know. You can even just like do a screenshot of the game if that's. I think that's like an easy way to like ask for advice. Is just like screenshot the game and say like I was in this position and I decided to do a nair and they did this. What should I have done instead? So stuff like that can be helpful, and it'll
Okay.
also just get you thinking more yourself. Because I think a lot of times, just having an excuse to screenshot it and be like, oh, I'll ask Bones later. But then you like think about it yourself and you're like, actually, I think I know what to do here. So you can sort of frame it that way.
Okay.
But I'll
Yeah.
go back through and write up some notes for you so you have more concrete stuff to like go through.
Sure.
So I'll send that over in a few minutes. But yeah, just let me know
Alright.
if you need help with anything.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
All right, have a good one.
You as well.